Well, hi everyone. This is Etta, and I was just wanting to go over some of my dear friends on YouTube. I can't even it's impossible to mention each and every one of you, but I'm going to mention a few to give a shout out, and if I missed you, I'm sorry. But these are just a few, and maybe next time when I give another shout out, yours will be on there. First of all, there is Eminem, our little Eminem, Michelle Marie Cal, 5755. She is a darling little girl, and she has been on Cree's YouTube idol search for several seasons now, and we have just absolutely seen her grow up. And she is a darling, and I love her to pieces. And then there's Chubba. I love her. Cree just would not know hardly how to go without Chubba, and I love Chubba. Chubba is such a nice guy, and he is so helpful, and I do appreciate all that he's done for Cree. And least and not all, I have to mention Gino, 1960. He was in California, then moved to Utah, then he moved to Arkansas, and while he was in Arkansas, he worked there, but he also was on the opera stage there. They put on, and everybody loved him there. But since then, he's moved back with his family to Utah again. And he's doing well, and he's got him a job, and anybody should go and check out Gino. It's Gino 1960 and Gino Originals. He's wrote songs and everything, and he's had some songs to be looked at. I don't know whatever become of them, but at one time he did. Alright, then there is Hermasling or him or whatever. It's HemasZlzhilm or something. Well, that is a Polish name, and he's from Poland. And I cannot understand a word that he sends me all kinds of videos, and they are the most beautiful and wonderful people. And of the children, I love the children, and he sends me speeches and festivals. They have more festivals there than anybody that I know of. He goes to more festivals. He has sent me one fantastic, just about the people there, about the races they have, and about the nightclubs and the churches, and I've gotten to know, or I've gotten to see, and I feel like I know, even though I don't know what they're talking about. They're just wonderful and beautiful people, and I enjoy him. And then there's Jordan Sutherland. He is a dear friend. I've always considered him a friend, and Jordan knows that every time he ever put up a video of any kind, no matter where, which way, and what, I always commented underneath. I commented, whether he was at a nightclub, or just out singing with a friend, or just making a video at home, or whatever, him singing. And I just want to tell everybody that Jordan has finally made it. Warner Brothers has signed him to a contract, and he just released his first album, and it's called I Am an American. And I think it's an original song or something. Maybe he wrote it. I don't know for sure. But I do know that I love Jordan very much, and I hope that he has more success in life. And then there's Jamoki. Jamoki was on Cree. I've met most of these people, a lot of them, not all of them, through Cree's idol search thing. And Jamoka was on there, and I believe he was a judge at one year, and he was a singer, but he never won, and he has just gone on, and he's got so many subscribers now. He used to, when he had put out a video, especially when he was on his diet and he's watching his weight and everything, I mean, I encouraged him, and I wrote under each one of his videos he sent and everything, and he used to reply. But anymore, he's got over 3,000, or I don't know, maybe it's more than that, I don't know. But subscribers that he just doesn't have the time to write to me anymore. But I still watch his videos and I enjoy him. And there's Jay White. Oh, Jerry, you are such a talented young man. And I say young. Yes, you are. To me, you're young. And to some of the others, you're an old man. But to me, you're very young and so talented. The guitar, piano, or whatever, and acting. You're such a great actor. I mean, you are so talented in singing. Well, yes, you was a winner of Cree Ingles Idol Search, and you are such a good singer, and you know what singing is all about, and I love you so much. And cooking. Hey, we gotta get in that cooking. He is one of the most wonderful chefs you ever would, and he is really health conscious. You just have to go and look at his video and his cooking videos. You get some really good recipes. All right, and then there is Lady Scorpio 02. That is my other daughter, Gloria, and I try and tell her, and she keeps up, but I love her too. And then Matthew Lombardis, he's from England, and he's a spiritual singer, and he has a wonderful and beautiful sister, and he is very, very famous over there, and he has even sung for the Queen. I mean, he is really famous, but he's more of a spiritual singer, but he can sing anything. And what amazes me, when you hear him singing, you can hear that Elvis tone and that Elvis in his voice. This is what amazes me. And then there's Mitzi. She's a great gal, and I love her to death, and she's a gal from Texas. And Mitzi, you are a wonderful gal. Maybe a lot of people don't know you that well, and I know that we have wrote back and forth, and I appreciate you watching my videos and commenting. And I try to do the same to you. And I just thank the world and all of you. And then there is MKTMIC7. He has such a great voice. He is another just wonderful, wonderful singer. I mean, one of the very best. He should be recording music, what he should be doing. I mean, he is that good. And there is that Mulaya Shaylee. And Shaylee was one of Cree Ingles' winners of that. And we was always writing and wanting Ellen to put somebody on her TV show of her winners. And I wrote Ellen, well, I don't know whether she read mine or not, but Cree and a bunch of us did. And lo and behold, it happened. She called Shaylee up and was on her show. I know it came from Cree Idol Searches because so many wrote. And there's Quad Racer 687 Laura. I mean, she's a great little gal, and she's always got an opinion, and she's very nice, and she's very talented, and she lives in Canada. And Robert Anton, oh, what a wonderful, wonderful laugh. I love his laugh. And he's been on Cree show too, Idol Search, but I think he was a marvelous singer. But no matter, some of the most marvelous singers has not won the contest. And I thought he was one of them. And I think he's my son. Ask him. You'll hear him call me Ma. But he is. He's a wonderful guy, and that you should, if you haven't checked out his channel, he's got the most wonderful laugh. And then there's Bob Hickman, and he is our psychic. He was on Crease for almost a whole season there, and he'd come on and he would predict things and do readings for the ones that called in on the radio and everything. And I think by him being on Cree Ingles' Idol Search, it helped him in his success as he is now. When he first came on Cree, I don't believe he was successful as he is now. But now he is on TV. He's making TV appearances with ghosts and, houses and haunted houses and everything. And he is the most jamming and funniest guy. And he's not boring at all. I don't find him. And I love to go on his strolls and his walks and everything that he does on his channels. And then there's Breland. She has just joined, she's a little southern gal, and she just joined Cree Ingles' Idol Search. And I think she is a wonderful singer and a wonderful gal. Although I think she wears a little bit too much makeup and lipstick at times. Because she's a beauty. And Timaru 19. Now that's Steve. He lives in New Zealand. And I tell you what, he is with the South Canterbury Heights tennis organization there, and he meets all the greats, like Raphael and all of them. He meets the Williams girls. He meets all of them, and he has met a lot of celebrities and everything. He's very influential, and I love Steve. And Steve, I feel like, and we have wrote personally back and forth to one another as friends. And I just love him to pieces. I do. Steve is a wonderful, wonderful man. And he's got a grandmother. Now, I'm going to say this, Steve. But you wrote him personally and told me that your grandmother was 103 years old this year. And that she still lives in a little house by herself near your mom and them? Goodness sakes. That's the most amazing thing. So you come from good stock. All right, then there's Spittoon. I hadn't heard from him in a long time. He's an elderly man that got cancer, and he went through a period. And last time I seen him, heard from him, he was in recession, and he was working at one of these Goodwill store things in an office or something, trying and keep books. I gave him a job there. And he's up in his 60s or 70s or something. He's an older man too. But one thing about it, he was never a judge or anything, but he tuned in to Cree Ingles' Idol Search when Gino and a bunch of them, and he was a good friend, and he supported Gino, and he supported Cree, and at the end of the year, he sent her several gifts to give out to first, second, and third place. Yeah, he did. So, I've stayed in contact with him, and like I said, it's been a few months, but last I heard, he was still working. And then there is Brianna Wilson and Don Wilson, her dad and mom and all of them. Brianna was Cree Ingles' first winner of Idol Search on here. And she was just a wonderful gal, and she's got a band, and she sings all the time, and she's gone and won trophies and all kinds of things. And she is going to go somewhere. She's not that old yet. She's not even old enough to be on American Idol yet. But you wait and see. And then there's Wynonna. Why not? She is Cree's Idol Search winner too. And she has got a band. And she has met Jerry and some of the rest that's been on YouTube. And I thought it was amazing that she got to meet some of these people. And they got to meet her. So that is who I'm shouting out now, and that I went overboard and everything. So I'm going to say goodbye And God bless all of you and keep all of you. And I'm sorry if I didn't mention you because you are in my heart, all of you. Bye.